If you've been following this series from the beginning, we've covered a lot of ground together. We started with you feeling behind, paralyzed by the timeline, comparing yourself to everyone else, wondering if you'd ever catch up. And then we moved through courage, through failure, through discipline, through patience, through detachment, through energy management, through subtraction. 8 videos, 8 principles, 8 pieces of a puzzle. And maybe you watched them all, took notes, had those moments where something clicked, where you thought, this is exactly what I needed to hear. But here's the problem. Knowledge without integration is just information. You can understand every principle and still not know how to use them together. Because these aren't separate ideas. They're not a menu where you pick and choose. They're a system, a framework, an operating system for your life. And until you see how they connect, until you understand how they work together, you're still just collecting tools without building anything. So today, we're going to do something different. We're going to pull it all together. We're going to show you how these 8 principles form a complete map, a roadmap from where you are to where you want to be. And more importantly, we're going to give you a plan, a 30-day implementation guide, so you can stop consuming and start building. This is the integration, the final piece, the one that turns everything you've learned into something you can actually use. Let's begin. Here's how the framework works. It's built in 4 phases, and each phase addresses a specific obstacle that stops most people from building the life they want. Phase 1 is foundation. This is videos 1 and 2, the compass inside you and the architecture of courage. The obstacle here is paralysis. You're stuck, either because you think you're behind or because you're afraid to start, or both. Video 1 gives you permission. It says you're not behind. There is no universal timeline. You can start now, wherever you are, and that's exactly where you need to be. Video 2 gives you the method. It teaches you how to take action despite fear, how to use the smallest viable step, how to shift your identity from someone who waits to someone who acts. Together, these 2 videos answer the first question, how do I start? Phase 2 is resilience. This is videos 3 and 4, the gift of falling and the discipline code. The obstacle here is sustainability. You started, you took action, and then you hit a wall. Either you failed and don't know how to recover, or you lost motivation and don't know how to keep going. Video 3 teaches you how to metabolize failure, how to extract the lesson without internalizing the shame, how to get back up when your confidence is shattered. Video 4 teaches you how to build systems that work when motivation fades, how to design your environment, how to shift your identity, how to show up even when you don't feel like it. Together, these 2 videos answer the second question, how do I keep going when it gets hard? Phase 3 is mastery. This is videos 5 and 6, the long game and the detachment principle. The obstacle here is impatience and attachment. You're doing the work, you're being consistent, but you're not seeing results fast enough, and you're getting emotionally destroyed by outcomes you can't control. Video 5 teaches you patience, how to trust the compound effect, how to stay in the game during the lag phase, how to measure progress by the trend, not the day. Video 6 teaches you detachment, how to care deeply without being attached to outcomes, how to invest fully without staking your identity on results, how to protect your peace. Together, these 2 videos answer the third question, how do I sustain this long enough to see results without breaking? Phase 4 is sustainability. This is videos 7 and 8, the energy equation and the subtraction practice. The obstacle here is depletion and overload. You're doing all the right things, but you're exhausted. You're spread too thin. You're giving to everything and everyone, and there's nothing left for what actually matters. Video 7 teaches you to protect your energy, how to identify what drains you, how to restore what you've spent, how to treat energy as the finite resource it is. Video 8 teaches you to subtract, how to remove commitments that don't serve you, how to say no strategically, how to create space for what matters by eliminating what doesn't. Together, these 2 videos answer the fourth question, how do I build a life that doesn't burn me out? This is the map, 4 phases, 8 principles, 4 questions, and 1 journey. From paralysis to action, from action to resilience, from resilience to mastery, from mastery to sustainability. This is how you build a life that lasts. Now let's talk about how these principles work together. Because they're not linear, they're cyclical. You'll move through them again and again at different levels in different areas of your life. Here's how they connect. You can't practice courage without first giving yourself permission. If you're still stuck in the story that you're behind, that you're running out of time, you won't take the risk. Video 1 unlocks video 2. You can't build discipline without first learning to recover from failure. Because discipline isn't about perfect execution. It's about showing up after you've fallen. Video 3 enables video 4. You can't play the long game without detachment. Because if you're attached to outcomes you can't control, you'll quit during the plateau. You'll assume it's not working. Video 6 protects video 5. You can't subtract effectively without first understanding your energy. Because you need to know what drains you before you can remove it. Video 7 informs video 8. And here's the big connection. You can't sustain any of this, courage, discipline, patience, detachment, without energy and space. If you're depleted and overloaded, the whole system collapses. That's why phase 4 comes last. It's the foundation that holds everything else up. But there's another layer. These principles also balance each other. They create tension, productive tension. Courage pushes you forward. Detachment protects you from going too far. Discipline keeps you consistent. Subtraction keeps you from overcommitting. The long game teaches patience. The energy equation teaches boundaries. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about knowing which principle to lean into at which moment. When you're stuck, lean into permission and courage. When you're struggling, lean into resilience and discipline. When you're impatient or attached, lean into patience and detachment. When you're depleted or overwhelmed, lean into energy and subtraction. This is how you use the framework, not as a checklist, but as a navigation system, a way to diagnose where you are and what you need. Now comes the most important part. How do you actually implement this? Because you can understand the framework intellectually, you can see how the pieces fit together, but if you try to do all 8 things at once, you'll fail, you'll get overwhelmed, you'll quit. So here's the 30-day plan. 1 month, 4 weeks, 4 phases, 1 principle per week. Week 1, permission and courage. Start here. This is your foundation. Day 1 to 3, watch or rewatch. Videos 1 and 2, take notes. Not on what sounds good, on what resonates, on what you actually need to hear right now. Day 4, do the timeline audit from video 1. Write down where you think you should be, then cross it out. Write down where you actually are, and give yourself permission to start here. Day 5, identify one thing you've been avoiding because you're afraid. Use the smallest viable step framework from video 2. What's the one action you can take today that moves you 1 millimeter closer? Do it. Day 6 and 7, reflect, journal. How did it feel to give yourself permission? How did it feel to take action despite fear? What did you learn about yourself? Week 2, resilience and discipline. Now you're building the muscle to sustain. Day 8 to 10, watch or rewatch videos 3 and 4. Day 11, do the extraction process from video 3. Think about a recent failure. Answer the 3 questions. What was in my control? What surprised me? What would I do differently? Extract the lesson. Day 12, build 1 system from video 4. Pick 1 behavior you want to be consistent with. Pre-decide when and where you'll do it. Reduce the friction. Make the right choice the easy choice. Day 13 and 14, execute. Show up for your system, even if you don't feel like it, especially if you don't feel like it. This is the practice. Week 3, patience and detachment. Now you're developing the inner game. Day 15 to 17, watch or rewatch videos 5 and 6. Day 18, identify one area where you're being impatient, where you're measuring yourself by day-to-day progress instead of the trend. Zoom out. Are you further than you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago? Celebrate that. Day 19, do the control audit from video 6. Write down one thing that's stressing you. Ask, is this in my control? If no, practice releasing it. Say it out loud. This is outside my control. I release my attachment to this outcome. Day 20 and 21, practice. Notice when you're getting attached to outcomes. Notice when you're being impatient. Gently redirect yourself. This is the training. Week 4, energy and subtraction. Now you're creating the conditions for long-term sustainability. Day 22 to 24, watch or rewatch videos 7 and 8. Day 25, Do the energy audit from video 7. At the end of the day, list your activities. Mark them as energizing, neutral, or depleting. Notice the patterns. Day 26. Do the subtraction audit from video 8. List your current commitments. Ask the 3 questions. Does this align with my values? Does this energize or deplete me? Would I add this back if, starting from 0, identify one thing to remove? Day 27. Act on it. Have the conversation. Cancel the commitment. Quit the thing. Create the space. Day 28 to 30. Rest. Reflect. Notice the space you've created. Notice the energy that's returned. This is what sustainable living feels like. And then on day 31, you don't stop. You cycle back. You start again at week 1, but this time at a deeper level in a different area of your life. Because this isn't a program you complete. It's a practice you return to again and again for the rest of your life. Now, let me address the obstacles you're going to face, because you will face them. Everyone does. Obstacle 1. You'll want to skip phases. You'll think, I don't need permission. I just need discipline. Don't skip. The phases build on each other. If you try to build discipline without first recovering from failure, you'll just beat yourself up every time you fall. If you try to play the long game without detachment, you'll quit during the plateau. Trust the sequence. It's designed the way it is for a reason. Obstacle 2. You'll try to do everything at once. You'll try to implement all 8 principles simultaneously. Don't. That's addition, not integration. Focus on one phase at a time. Master it. Then move to the next. Depth over breadth. Obstacle 3. You'll use the framework to judge yourself. You'll think, I'm not disciplined enough. I'm not patient enough. I'm not doing this right. Stop. The framework isn't a weapon, it's a tool. It's not here to make you feel inadequate. It's here to help you navigate. If you're struggling, that's not a sign you're broken. It's a sign you need a different principle. Adjust. Obstacle 4. You'll want certainty. You'll want to know, if I do this, will it work? I can't give you that. Nobody can. There are no guarantees. But here's what I can tell you. This framework won't make your life easier, but it will make you stronger. It won't eliminate struggle, but it will give you the tools to navigate it. And that's all you need. Not certainty, just capability. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you. I see someone who's been searching, who's been consuming content, trying to figure it out, looking for the answer. And maybe you thought the answer was a hack, a shortcut, a secret that successful people know and you don't. But there is no secret. There's just this: the willingness to start even when you feel behind, the courage to act even when you're afraid, the resilience to get back up after you fall, the discipline to show up when you don't feel like it, the patience to trust the process when you can't see results, the detachment to care without breaking, the wisdom to protect your energy, and the clarity to remove what doesn't serve you. That's it. That's the framework. 8 principles, 4 phases, 1 practice. And the beautiful part, you already have everything you need. You don't need more information. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another course. You just need to start and then keep going and then adjust and then rest and then start again. This is the work. Not glamorous, not quick, not easy, but real and sustainable and yours. So here's my final challenge. Don't just watch this video and move on. Don't just add this to your collection of things you've consumed. Use it, implement it, start the 30-day plan today, right now, and then in 30 days, come back, leave a comment, tell me what changed, tell me what you learned, tell me where you are, because this isn't the end of the series. It's the beginning of your practice, and I can't wait to see what you build. Now go